What's up, YouTube? My name's Brian. I figured I'd give an update here with the Corolla. Last video was driving around in the snow, but I actually had a actual update in a while, so figured I'd show you where we're at today and what we'll be working on tomorrow. So here we are. Nothing really visually has changed except for the car just being filthy from the snow. As I mentioned in the last video, the addition of a modern stereo was kind of the biggest upgrade that we've done. It's not a complete stereo, but we do have here a Kenwood model that actually supports Bluetooth. It's got a charging cable, it's got the auxiliary. It actually has the microphone for Bluetooth calling, which works okay. Considering this was put in a 30-year-old vehicle, I still think it's kind of cool that even if it works most of the time, it's still a good improvement. Pretty clean head unit overall. I have not done anything with the speakers here. These are still the whatever 4-inch speakers were in this car. So there's that half of it, and then I'll show you the rear. Alright, so here was the other big half of the upgrade. So normally these cars have factory speaker boxes mounted here and here, just behind the seats. They come out pretty easily. I haven't done any kind of cleanup work on making it look different, but what I have actually done is I eliminated those and actually went with some 6x9s that I already had in boxes. You can see I kind of rigged up a little bracket system here just to kind of keep them from flopping around as you know, they're not now bolted down anything. And so far these things actually work well. You can just see I just spliced into the original speaker wires, but the 6x9s are kind of needed in a car like this. Just due to the fact that the original 5 1/4s don't ever really give you a lot of sound. If you spend a whole lot of money on components or something for the rear, you're still not going to get a whole lot of punch. So these being in boxes actually helps resonate some sound and give it a little bit of low-end punchiness, which if you caught it at all when I first booted up the stereo, it actually works pretty good. Something else to note, I don't think I actually pointed this out, but just got a real cheap shift knob, as the original one was really just kind of grimy, had that old rubbery nastiness. This is an aftermarket one, but it's actually pretty smartly designed. Everything's tidied up underneath here in this boot. This was a really cheap, like $2 or $3 shift knob, and I'm actually happier with it than I thought I would be. And then of course had to get the initial D cup holder, just because why not? Goodness gracious. Apparently it's a nice day to be laying out in the sun. There's what's left of the snow. Jeez. Alright, so this pile of stuff over here is everything for the Corolla we're working on right now. This will be the nice visual upgrade, as we have some supposedly 2-inch drop springs. This is the one area that's going to be interesting, as these were $50 eBay springs. They're not even pretending to be a name brand, but as far as springs go, I mean, if you're just looking for the looks and not necessarily performance, I don't think we're going to have any issues with these springs, minus them being kind of a softer spring rate. Other than that, this clutch is actually not for that car. The Corolla's clutch is fine. That is for the MR2 that I'm working on. But here we have in this box, these are all the new stuff we picked up. So we've got new struts for the front. That's going to be probably the biggest upgrade as far as any kind of performance or maintenance. These are just the OE replacements. We've got replacement door window handles, as those, one of them is completely broken, one of them is missing. We've got, what is this? Some sort of new old stock. Oh yeah, these are the that's the I've got a clutch cylinder, master cylinder, and the slave. There's just a little bit of a leak. They work just fine, but I figured I'd go ahead and replace them. That should be what this is as well. There's the master. So those will be replaced. Here we have the inner and outer wheel bearings for the front. So those will get replaced. This here in this box, if you can't recognize it, is a window regulator, as the driver's side is pretty well worn. And this box here should be end length. Let's see. unboxing experience here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. We've got spark plugs to give it a little tune-up, and adjustable end links. Not sure what the height is that mine are supposed to be, but the driver's side definitely has one that has all the bushings completely broken. So we'll use these and freshen that up to the sway bar. You can actually see the car sags a little bit. And I think somewhere in here is possibly a box of brake pads, if I did end up buying those for the front. But what's kind of neat is these springs and everything in this box right here cost all about 230 bucks. So we're gonna see how far we can take this 230 bucks to kind of fix some of the things you use every day, like leaking clutch pedals, windows, and just the front half of the suspension. We'll be putting this on tomorrow, so just stay tuned. I'll document the process of getting everything on.